It has been just over 2 years since the tragic death of 14-year-old Kevin Cooper of Beryl, who drowned in Newcastle Reservoir while he and his older brother were attending a friend's birthday party. Beryl residents Bryson and Ruth Siegmiller, who hosted the party, recently spoke with Cedar City News and shared their side of the story.
And when we were at the reservoir, we told everybody, regardless if they knew how to swim or not, everyone needed to wear a life jacket. We brought a whole bunch of life jackets, more than enough for everyone, all different sizes.
So I raced out there, and the first person I come to is her. I see Anthony in the distance holding onto this kayak with one arm, being frantic, trying to swim around it, trying to go underneath the water, trying to find his brother, while yelling, "Help! Help! I can't find my brother. He's drowned." And
they're both trying to stay up, but they couldn't really do it, so they just kept going under. I never liked this because it always felt too sad to me. So experiencing was just, that didn't feel right.
The Siegmillers are now at risk of losing their home and assets after a multi-million-dollar default judgment went against them in court.
It's hard because it's like, you just feel like it's like, this isn't true. Like, this isn't what happened, but...
and we want the best for them. We want them to be happy and fair, and if they want us to pay funeral fees or anything else, we want to be able to convey that. They closed us out, but we want to communicate with them, but they want to go through this different process, this different means, and as it said in one of the letters, we're going to take you for all that you got if you don't settle with us. I wasn't expecting anything like that because it was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
I guess with all the fees and everything else, is over $9.5 million. So we have, through our years, again, I don't have the paperwork here, but I've averaged about $35,000 for the last 10 years per year for profit. So to pay off a $9.5 million judgment would put me in the grave for many years before I could pay that off. I couldn't pay it off in a lifetime, is what I'm saying.
The Siegmillers say they are comfortable leaving everything in God's hands.
He goes, the judgment's against you and everything else. He says, one, if I can get you in your home, keep you in your home until your youngest kid, oh, he's not here, but until your youngest kid turns 18 years old. And I says, that sounds amazing. And I was a little nervous, but I said, I'll ask the Lord. I says, again, what he's coming up with.
It's a different scenario.
Yeah, well, he's coming up with, these are different scenarios. It's like, well, we can still fight the case in maybe other possibility or other ways. And that's probably why when I prayed that night, I got the same answer, same weight, no. And I went over and I'd like three times
I'm asking again.
I am so scared to ask again. I am getting that 100% confirmation every time not to, and we do not know why. As I mentioned before, we have our speculation, but we do know that we're doing what we're supposed to. Even if I lost my home, for the gifts that I've received from our Heavenly Father, it was well worth it.
And knowing that we're doing what He wants us to is far better than keeping our home and doing something He doesn't.
This is Jeff Richards and Tracie Sullivan reporting for Cedar City News, your #1 source for local news.